about Eric Ten Hag and the problems he's got now with Marcus Rashford.
And his weak management.
I think it's not weak management.
Well,
I think everyone's...
Sancho goes out of line, sends him off. Rashford, oh no, I can't do anything to Marcus.
Well, that's good management.
No, it's not.
Well, I remember Fergie doing it when he had a problem with Eric Cantona.
Stop going about Fergie.
Well, no, I'm comparing...
Cantona, you can do that because Cantona win games for you.
I'm comparing a manager and how he treats players differently.
No, right? Cantona, performances, I can understand it from Fergie. Rashford, no.
Well, we don't know. We have to be careful because we don't know what's going on behind the scenes with Marcus Rashford.
Wolves got disciplined for it.
Right.
Went out after you got smashed by City. Got caught. Remember?
Sorry, you went out after you got smashed
by
Newcastle.
Is it about Rashford or is it me?
Well, you're professional footballer. You'll come under the same umbrella.
Is it Rashford or is it me?
Footballers.
No, it's Rashford. City, and then now this. In Belfast.
After you got beat 5-1.
No, Belfast, honestly.
Yeah, but we don't know the story there.
Okay, was he in Belfast, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, is that right? Did he miss training?
Well, did he get permission? Yes.
But did he come back when he was supposed to?
Well, he was ill. He phoned it ill.
Oh,
but we don't know. Listen, we'll talk about this later on.
If it was Sancho, you'd be going, Ten Hag, I love it.
No,
Rashford all of a sudden.
We don't know.
Not Marcus.
I think we have to be careful because we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But we'll talk about this a bit later on. Right?
Your energy was different for Sancho. Rashford now, because you love him, it's like, oh no, he can do what he wants. Leaving his car ready, parking it wherever he wants to park it, getting tickets left, right, centre.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
Honestly, I've never heard of it. If this was Saka, my goodness, you began get him out of the club.
Sorry, we can't have a scream up about the fact he's parked his car illegally for 2 minutes on a double yellow line.
Breaking rules.
Because you've never done that, have you?
Breaking rules.
You ever done that?
No. Nope.
Let me just read out what the story is. So this is all about, obviously, Marcus Rashford. Reported ill for training on Friday, hours after allegedly being pictured at a nightclub in Belfast. The England striker is reported to have attended Thompson's Garage nightclub on Thursday before flying home by private jet on Friday morning. Right? He travelled to Northern Ireland on Wednesday to visit his former United youth teammate who recently signed for the domestic champions out there. And Ten Hag then ruled Rashford out for his side trip to Newport on Friday because of illness. Now, I do feel, I know you're going to say I'm going to be slightly biased here towards Manchester United and Marcus Rashford. Yeah, but I think we're all guilty of that when we talk about our side, right? Mm-hmm. But also, I do think that until we know the whole story of any footballer, it's very difficult to say, get him out of the club, it's a disgrace. He's obviously been on the drink and the night before and he's smashed out his brains and he's phoned up and he's ill. None of that happened, right? None of that happened.
We don't know that.
But we don't know anything to suggest it did.
Okay, but
right?
But we didn't know the whole story about Sancho. You only heard little bits and bobs.
Correct.
But people were still quick to condemn him. So you have that same energy.
Yeah, but behind it's a fair point. Behind the scenes, we knew what was happening with Jadon Sancho. You and I had both heard the stories. Okay, but I think
behind the scenes, and you look at Rashford's performances this season, something's clearly not going.
Something's clearly not right. Yeah, but I think we have to be careful about not necessarily protecting these players, but just you're poo-pooing it, right?
No, I'm not poo-pooing it.
I don't know what is going on in the fella's life, right? He might have some awful mental health problems. I'm not saying he has. But he might have. And
I probably wouldn't use that one, just in case.
Well, I think it's a dangerous game to play, to come on national radio and go, he's disgraced, get him out, he's doing this, until we know the full story.
I get that, but I think sometimes you look at someone's performances and you go, yeah, something's not quite right, but...
I'll tell you how I feel about it.
I think if you're playing really well and things are going well, and then you do this, then I think fans will still be upset with it, but they go, do you know what? At least on a Saturday or a Sunday, he's putting in the performances.
Okay. I agree with that.
But the moment you're not...
Yeah.
And then you look at what's happened. The Wolves, he was disciplined, going out, getting pictured after the derby. This going to Belfast. Fans can turn very quickly.
They can. What I will say is, I would like to know the people who's got round him advising him. Right, going out after a defeat, no good. Shouldn't have done that. Right, you've got, and I'm not just using this as an excuse, but you've got so much money. Right, you can have people around your house, and if you want to have a party, you want to have a drink, whatever. Bring people around you. Your house is big enough. It's not like my house or your house is big, but you know what I mean? It's not like 3 rooms downstairs you've got to go into. So you can get around this. What I will say as well, I know he obviously got a special dispensation from the manager or from the club to fly over and see his mate, right? Don't do that. Don't do that. I know he's your mate, but when things aren't going right for you, for whatever reason on the pitch, I don't know what they are.
You know what the saying
is? Keep a low profile.
Let me keep my head down.
Yeah, that's all I'll say.
But I just think, and again, Ten Hag... obviously,
I like the way Ten Hag's dealt with this.
But do you? Because it just feels different energy to the Jadon Sancho. We heard reports Jadon Sancho wasn't training well enough. His attitude, we wanted him to apologise. He wouldn't, got him out. Yeah, Rashford. This is the 3rd time now that Rashford's...
But you obviously see something. Don't you like the way a manager is willing to maybe bend the rules slightly for someone he believes in?
No, but not really, because he's not. You got if you're going to do that, bend the rules. Then whoever you're doing that for has got to repay you with your faith by going, do you know what? Let me help myself.
But don't you think Rashford has got enough cash in the bank to get that? Jadon Sancho never had that cash in the bank, did he?
No, but my point is that if the manager's going to go all out for you, at some point you've got to look within and go, do you know what? This man's going all out for me, and I just keep letting him down. At some point, something has to change. Like, something has to drop inside you and go, do you know what? Probably shouldn't be doing this. But the fact he keeps doing it, and then you look at his body language when he plays on the pitch, you go, well, not that he doesn't care, but...
But here's the thing, right? I'm not linking the two. I'm giving you an example of another player we didn't know too much about. Remember Dele Alli, right?
Yeah.
Everyone was so quick. You know, his career's gone down the drain at Spurs. Then he went over to, I think, was it Turkey?
Yeah, Everton.
Awful. Then Everton. And then all of a sudden he does that sit down, very emotional chat with Gary Neville. And then we go, oh, okay. I get the reason. I'm not linking the two. I'm not saying he's got a similar story. But what I am saying, I just think we have to be careful before we
but I get that.
hang someone out to dry.
If it's a one-off, you go... Because we're getting reports that Jadon Sancho didn't train well, and that's why, and then Jadon Sancho comes. So that's one thing. This is the third thing now, Rashford.
What do you think should happen to him?
Well, Ten Hag's got to get a grip on this, because, I mean, a lot of people condemn Ronaldo when he did that Piers Morgan interview, and it almost feels like everything that he said seems to have come true. And Ronaldo is one of the most professional guys that's ever played the game. If you look at the way he looks after himself, the way he eats, everything about him screams professional. The only thing he didn't do, which was professional, was that whole interview with Piers Morgan. But everything he said seems to ring true.
We'll take calls in a moment. 03717223344. This is, of course, on the back of Man United smashing Newport yesterday in the FA Cup. However, Marcus Rashford was not in the squad after being pictured in a nightclub in Belfast during the week. The manager, Erik ten Hag, was questioned about it after the game.
He reported ill. For the rest, it's internal matter. I deal with it.
Sorry, Eric, why is it an internal matter when he's just done well?
As I said, it's an internal matter.
You can understand that raises more questions than answers if at face value he wasn't ill.
For you, but not for me. So it's internal matter. I will deal with it.
That's the only thing that doesn't make sense for me.
That's a great answer.
No, listen to me, Andy. If someone's ill, it's not an internal matter, then is it? You just go, he's ill. So not more I can give you. He's ill. He reported ill.
You can't listen. He's given absolutely nothing away at ten Hag,
if you say he's ill and he's an internal matter, that means you're not happy with something.
Yeah, they're dealing with it internally.
Yeah, but means he's done something wrong.
Yeah, maybe he's got a nurse to him. Make sure he's better. I don't know. Oh, come on, he's given nothing away. Listen,
internal and sick doesn't make sense.
I think you're clutching straws here. Let's get the phone on.
Absolutely everything you are right now.
No, I'm not. But with Jadon Sancho, when he elaborated a bit more, he was like, he shouldn't elaborate. He shouldn't throw him under the bus.
If I don't come into work because I'm ill,
yeah,
people here just go, he's ill. But if Liam then goes, that's an internal matter, you're going to go, ooh, internal, that's not good. No?
Yeah, and then I go, tell me off the record, what's Bentley
There
done?
you go, exactly.
Internal and he would tell me, and I go, he's done that again.
Internal and sick don't go in the same sentence.
Get rid of him. Get Townsend in.
Yeah,
and Liam will probably go, do you know, if he does it one more time, I will. And I go, rightly so, Liam.
There you go, Rashford, get him out.
No. Rashford's produced.
No.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.